This is the leading news from the Albuquerque Journal. I'm Gino Gutierrez. It's Tuesday, August 18th. Here's what we're covering on today's episode. The Justice Department's internal watchdog is launching a nationwide investigation into how DEA agents handle suspected fentanyl shipments during drug trafficking investigations. The investigation follows reporting by the Albuquerque Journal and the Associated Press that more than 2 million fentanyl pills may have been allowed to reach the streets of New Mexico between 2023 and 2025. This happened as agents worked to build larger trafficking cases. The DOJ's Office of Inspector General will examine whether DEA offices nationwide have used the same tactic, why agents sometimes delay or decline to seize fentanyl, and who approves these decisions. The investigation comes as a separate probe by New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres's office has appeared to stall. The U.S. Attorney's Office declined to turn over records requested by the state, prompting Torres's office to say it may seek a judicial review. The DEA has defended its investigation practices as lawful, but critics including Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham and Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller say allowing fentanyl shipments to continue puts the public at unnecessary risk. New Mexico had the nation's highest per capita drug overdose death rate during the last 12-month period that was tracked by the CDC. A lawsuit filed in Albuquerque is exposing internal tensions within the Democratic Party of New Mexico just months before the general election. The lawsuit accuses state party leaders of violating their own rules when they removed Party Secretary Brenda Hoskey from office. Hoskey, who is Navajo, previously alleged she faced discrimination within the party, including being told to, quote, stay on my reservation. Hoskey's attorney, former state senator Jacob Candelaria, say party rules required a hearing before the full state central committee before she could be removed. He said separate discrimination or retaliation claims could also be filed. Party officials maintain the process complied with Democratic Party rules and say their focus remains on reaching voters and electing Democrats in November. The dispute dates back to the spring when a disciplinary committee imposed several requirements on Hoskey following a complaint against her. Party officials later declared her removed after she failed to comply with at least one of those requirements. The lawsuit seeks to restore Hoskey to her position, and no hearings have been scheduled. The Frijoles fire continues to grow in the Pecos wilderness, sending heavy smoke across north-central New Mexico and becoming the state's third largest wildfire of the year. The fire has burned more than 11,300 acres in the Santa Fe National Forest, and nearly 660 firefighters and other personnel are working to contain it. Containment fell to 12% over the weekend, and then 9% on Monday after strong winds pushed the flames deeper into the steep wilderness terrain. Crews are building containment lines along the western and southwestern sides of the fire, while also establishing backup lines to protect the Gorham Boy Scout Ranch and the village of Cundayo. The Pecos Wilderness in the Espanola Ranger District is temporarily closed, and evacuation orders for nearby communities remain unchanged. A shelter is available to those at the Poake Valley Middle School. Heavy smoke reached communities across the region on Monday, including in Santa Fe and Taos, prompting air quality concerns and some school and event cancellations. Fire managers will hold a community meeting tonight at the Santa Fe Convention Center to discuss firefighting efforts and public safety. Staff at New Mexico Tech have voted no confidence in 2 university administrators, citing alleged harassment, retaliation, and other misconduct. 12 of the 17 members of the school's staff council voted against Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs Laquique Coolin, while 16 voted against Vice President of Student Affairs David Green. In a letter to university officials, the council cited concerns over hiring and firing practices, budget management, and what it describes as a toxic workplace culture. The council says the alleged misconduct could hurt staff morale, retention, and potentially expose the university to legal action. The council is asking for an independent third-party review of both of the administrators. The university says it has received the letter but declined to comment on personnel matters, and Coolin and Green did not respond to requests for comment. The vote comes amid broader leadership turmoil at the Socorro University, which has had 4 presidents in the past 5 years. President Michael Jackson recently took over in April. New Mexico Tech has about 1,370 students and 145 faculty members. And in business news, fans of My Mom's in downtown Albuquerque will still be able to get some of the restaurant's most beloved dishes, even though the restaurant closed at the end of July. Chef and owner Martin Uguinez announced that several My Mom's favorites are now being served at SRB Sandwich Shop at Marble Brewery. The menu includes Olga's Inchi, red chili enchiladas topped with an egg, along with Ramona's breakfast burrito, Celia's burrito with slow-cooked pork, red chili, beans, and rice, and El Burro, made with ground ground beef, potatoes, and green chili. More favorites including My Mom's Pozole, green chili stew, and bowl of love are expected to return this winter. Uguinas opened SRB, a food truck permanently stationed at Marble's downtown taproom, in September of last year. SRB is open Tuesday through Thursday from noon to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from noon to 11 p.m. The leading news is powered by the journalism of the Albuquerque Journal. If you enjoy hearing all of the stories we share with you here daily, please consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Journal by utilizing the discount code in our show notes. Every subscription helps support local journalism and allows us to provide you with the news that matters to you. Now taking a look at Albuquerque's weather forecast. Today you can expect sunny and hot conditions with a high near 98, and as for this evening, partly cloudy with a low around 70. To keep up with all the latest news from the Albuquerque Journal, you can visit our website at abqjournal.com. That's the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. We'll be back tomorrow.